Is it?
The last, yeah?
Nah,
When did they look terrible?
With the Enzo one.
Well, there was absolutely no need for that. The opening duel goes to Yatsuka. He is finding Chronicle, and a good debut for him in this tournament. Prowler, Alfajer up top. He's bouncing around. He's diving in behind them. A man behind enemy lines. But his teammates are falling. The numbers maintain ZETA's favor, and they've fallen back and out of here. Very clean opening engagement for this defensive side.
It's left FNATIC in a bit of an awkward spot. A 4v3. Obviously, ZETA so far in pistol rounds have been sublime. Like they managed to take both versus Cloud9. Definitely struggled a little bit in some of those second rounds, but
30 seconds left.
FNATIC are now going to go back to that B site. They've left Alpha lurking behind to try and hold off on those rotations. A fight he somewhat needs to win to give them that advantage. And with Leo now getting the plant down, the time starts to tick versus ZETA.
The challenge now for FNATIC is holding on with the numbers disadvantaged. They hope they can isolate some duels, and it looks like they might. Yatsuka alone on this side of the map as his teammates retake. He's biding his time, waiting for them to be focused elsewhere, and then he'll strike. Very nicely done with Boaster, the last man alive. The man with the biggest clutch stats in all of EMEA. He's already off to a good start.
30 seconds to try and make their move in towards the site. The thing is, FNATIC have picked the right site. There is only one player here, and in fact, Sugar Zero has decided, you know what, let's try and play this one in more of a retake scenario, because I am not winning this 1v5 with the Sheriff.
10 seconds left.
Showstopper in. There's only a couple of seconds left, and the spike planter is being killed. FNATIC are in trouble. They're going to plant it now. At least they'll attempt to. There's no denial. Just a second away on that swing. Sugar Zero might have had the round, but now there's still a challenge to be had. Last player alive is Alpha, 30 HP. Players all around. He needs to try and get out of there. Nice headshot. Yuran is down, and hiroronn, the last man standing, will finish the round. I mean, for ZETA being 3-0 up, it can always flip back the other way. Oh,
so much damage.
Made it so costly, 28 health. The Showstopper will find nothing. ZETA are wise to his tricks falling all the way back, using utility to cover the retreat. 2 stars put in towards the spawn. Plant, quite open, and in many ways, for the spawn, they could take that control, they could fight for it if they wanted to. But instead, they're staying back towards main. There goes the lockdown. Best opportunity here for ZETA is to open the door and try and compete, try to destroy that lockdown. The fight needs to be won for that to happen, and Yatsuka is deleted immediately. 3 seconds left on the lockdown. It's time to get out, retreat, and as they try to, Derke catches them. He was lurking in the back lines. Chronicle spotted 2 towards the spawn, and another in water. He's lost the fight. That leaves a lot more pressure onto Boaster, but time ticking away. You start to hear it faster and faster as time goes by. Nano's on site, already used. Another going to be popped, and now Boaster fighting. With, well, he used the grav well, but it wasn't even necessary. hiroronn is already out of there.
Saving the KD.
Yeah, absolutely. They decided not to go for the Seize nade. They had it set up just a second before the barriers went up, but swapped instead to the standard reveal we've seen from ZETA in a lot of these rounds. They look for control on A main. They see that it's not being fought for, and instead those players move towards the connector, now ready to pounce on B.
Face your fear.
But they're going to be spotted. Nightfall used, and that's really going to deter any further aggression from that squad. Yuran, look, he's got a Sheriff in hand.
2 here.
So much damage has been done in the past, but unfortunately, he won't get an opportunity. And Boaster's lurk is expected, but that's about the only benefit to be spoken of for ZETA in this round.
That's the thing. Even if he'd seen FNATIC so far, as I said, they were playing down to the 30-second mark in the majority of rounds. This time, they just ran into me. Getting top 4 at your first event with a team. The amount of times I've seen FNATIC, posturing towards the A site for an entirety of a round, and then they just blitz back in. And in fact, Laz has gone, you know, I think I've heard this one before as well, and spins his way back towards the door.
Laz, yeah, he's at the door waiting for it to be broken open so he can take that free kill. Sugar Zero, nice shot onto Alpha. There's no one else able to follow the downside of the door. Your window to entry is extremely low. Now they're going to try to break that door open, but Laz, yes, waiting patiently the whole round. And there's his reward. A 3rd kill. And a 2nd in just a matter of seconds. With Chronicle left alone, 10 on the clock.
10 seconds left.
Not enough to get this done, and Hero.
Iceland was obviously the pinnacle of that. Now, though, FNATIC look to go back towards the B side, but there's been an adaptation, and it's looking like a slaughter. Sugar Zero does well. And Boaster actually helps to turn the tide, even things up again.
Bring them down.
That's another player spotted with the Prowler. I almost thought Boaster would move back to take this fight together. It's a 2v2. They know there's one pushed up on C. This is where a lot of the time you'll see teams make a decision, group up, and push towards one side. It looks like they've gone for that eventually. Albeit the spacing, it's a little bit too spread for my liking. Hopefully that's not the case on this fight. hiroronn actually tagged up and forced back. So some space taken. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Tom, he only saw one of them. It's not going to be fully aware.
I think it was just faded almost instantly. Haunt goes through. hiroronn has one of his own, but I have a feeling that they can almost gamble back now. And actually, they ping both. He can definitely pull that rotation in. 30 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time for FNATIC to try and play with things a little bit here. Laz is going to try and deny that plant, but not quite. There's a wall in the way, buddy.
Maybe he was denying them pushing him, Tom.
Maybe.
It could be. Give them time to get into a post plan. You know, it's a great strategy. It hasn't worked out to start. But let's see. Laz on his way in. Turret to cover the left side. That's water clear. Now they just need a fight on the site, and hiroronn's doing a damn good job with
back
that.
of the Sheriff. Now, versus FNATIC, he is 11-1.
The Boaster managing to pick him up, but Sugar Zero returning the kills. The blast packs used by Yetsuka. They get him out of there alive just about. 36 HP on Leo. The trades have altogether been good for ZETA. And remember, if they're forced to a retake 3v3, they've got a lockdown. With a low HP player on FNATIC. Jeez, I'm pulling a Neen Chambers.
My ult's ready.
But with low HP left on Leo, that could be a tipping point for the side of ZETA, especially with Laz still alive. I mean, he's a player we've seen on the international stage a couple of times, and I have to say, he's never really hit that level consistently. I've always felt like I expected more from him than I got to see. That might not be the case in this tournament, though. He's had some good rounds so far.
Out the A site, open for business.
You are divided.
Cosmic Divide will deny them for now. Some utility being put into place to try and make things that little bit more awkward. Now, there is a lockdown available. That's why you're seeing a slightly more patient ZETA division here. Did they? I think they even started rotating back in the other direction, maybe expecting that the plant has gone down elsewhere. Yuran is jumping through that Cosmic Divide, and there's the realization. Both players sat in an afterplant spot. The plan here from FNATIC is to spam, but bear in mind, Leo is very low.
Well, Laz is even lower. He's just been taken down by the man with low HP. Leo swinging them again and again and finding the result. Unbelievable. He's 16 health in the corner. Yuran needs to drop him and then turn 180 degrees. Maybe not.
Very different scenario for Umpuddy, and honestly, I think he definitely can work very, very well with this FNATIC squad. Of course, we're going to miss Min, though. Who wouldn't? We love Min.
Man who's hard to replace, that's for sure, but
he's been with them since before they were FNATIC as well. You have to bear in mind.
Yeah. They summoned him way back.
Get my scarf off him.
Someone have his scarf? Yeah.
No, that's the thing. Yeah. He brought it with him when I met with him a couple of months ago and forgot to give it to me.
Oh, no.
Sent me a message after. By the way, I had a scarf for you. Oh. And I was like, oh, one of my summon scarves.
But for Umpuddy as well, to quickly touch on it, the current coach of FNATIC, he has been on. He was on that Gen G roster in that situation for 2 years to the day. Like it was September to September, 21 to 23, and you know that it sounds like a bizarre system, but it must have worked for him to be there that long, right? And to make that work is not an easy task. So he definitely deserves a lot of respect within the coaching scene, and well, we'll see how high the heights can be for FNATIC and what they can reach.
You're only going to hit one of the players on A. It's actually a little bit misleading. The double stack up is here, but even with the advantage from FNATIC, Yuran makes it competitive again. 15 seconds left as they look to get that plant down. It needs to be a kill from Sugar Zero. It needs to be one fast. The fact is he's got 5 bullets left and he's not
5 ultis online though. This is where they could push it up to at least 6. Nice opening from Laz, but the punish is immediate. Alfajer not letting them get away with anything. Showstopper used, fired out as well, and it's Chronicle to be dropped. No more Viper utility to play around. And the ultimate committed. Sugar0 on the way to the A site, taking space. Trying to deny this push from FNATIC. He suspects it's coming in here. He's made the right read. FNATIC need to find him, locate Sugar0, and take him down, but it's easier said than done. The guy's an enigma, but he's caught Leo rotating into B, or more so, Leo's caught him. They'll get the B site. Free plant down below. 30 HP on Alpha. It's Leo and Boaster with the onus of this round on their shoulders.
Lockdown will buy them that extra little bit of time. Not anything really left now for the side of ZETA to play with. They used quite a lot in this round to try and pressure in the early. Now they've got to see if they can pull it through in the late. A lot of tagged up players, but FNATIC are just looking to buy as much time as possible. Their post-plant utility doing the work for them and not peaking until it's absolutely necessary. The spam through, and it's actually being stuck. They have to be a little bit careful. hiroronn is just trying to hold on. The fact is, it's been halved, and he just has to stick it from here on out, but there is no time left. The Boaster will be there.
Solution.
Again, control just taken. Alpha, after maybe a slightly quieter performance in the last game, has really come online in this one. Another opener for the Sentinel. Sugar0, though, this is his gun of choice. The judge only gets one, and Derke continues the push forward. Lockdown finally utilized, but a stage where it might be too little too late. We're even going to see the paint shell take it out of action, but it's not like it mattered. A 1 versus 4 for Laz. Let's see if he can get anything done here.
It'll be tough, easier with Alpha down, but he was very low on HP. Not a luxury that he'll have for most of these other fights. Maybe Derke, but Chronicle and Leo still sitting very, very healthy. Of course, round 12, I was going to say, yeah, Chronicle, Viper. Hell yeah.
Here we go. Pressure for Boaster.
Oh, he's safe.
Low on HP, but he's not quite done. He'll take one, and Alpha's then, well, I was going to say his hero, but actually, Boaster's already dead, so
yeah,
not the greatest hero. He caught him, but after he already hit the ground.
He caught him on the bounce back up,
yeah.
You know? Fair play.
Yeah, saddest moment in Spider-Man.
Yeah, depending on which one, yeah.
Yeah.
Get there just a second too late. Well, let's see if they can Peter Park their way in here on the C site. Get that spike planted. Alpha puts a thorn in the side with Sugar0 now very low. hiroron's been spotted. Leo trained in on the angle. And he's easily able to adjust, ready for Sugar0 to make that play around. hiroronn turns on a dime to take down Derke. Good read of what FNATIC would be trying to do here to react around their teammates' info. But he's now down to just 50 HP. Barrel spotted.
Photo frame.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Some people put pictures of their family. I just need gifts at Boaster. What else could you want? Derke already opening it up with yuran down. And what in the world is that from Boaster? It's not even like a spam weapon. He's got a Guardian. And he just picks a spot, fires, and of course there's a player on the other side. This is just ridiculous.
I've seen people wall bang with the Guardian, but not like spam
Let
smokes.
me shoot through a smoke with tracers, and well, look, if you're gonna hit the shots, it doesn't matter, I suppose.
Yeah, and especially in their somewhat bonus round, this is getting super out of control. Bear in mind, we were at a scoreline of 5-2 in favor of ZETA.
It's madness.
And then FNATIC, well, it almost reminds me of the scene in The Incredibles, or right near the end when he's like running the race at school. And he's holding back, and then just instantly starts sprinting all the way to the front. They're like, close second, close. Well, they're sort of just sprinting away with this one. 20 seconds left for ZETA. I almost wonder if this is just a save at this point. They're going to try and run through the smoke late on this C site. Boaster hasn't moved an inch. The nade through. He's going to just clean them up. A third kill for him. Oh, online, not that it's needed. And Laz, well, he was hoping for a late blood.
Really start to compete for this round. A couple shots landing perfectly onto hiroronn. Boaster caught on aggression. And this has been, you know, an attempt for FNATIC to take it to a different level of gameplay, getting in their opponents' faces. But Tom, when they've got pistols in hand, that might not be the time for
that
it.
That paranoia was definitely a little bit late.
I don't know what you mean.
You see Yasuka go, right, and I'm right in there for... Guys, where's the paranoia? But it doesn't matter. They've got the advantage. Leo, Derke, Chronicle. Well, Boaster may be down, but he believes any of his team can win on 1 versus 5. In fact, just one of them needs to get a couple of kills to get them back into this one. No ults available on either side, so it's just going to come down to these firefights, and Laz is already cleared out. Looking a bit more problematic. Hiroronn also stuck in the corner. They are picking them apart.
Love what Boaster's doing here.
Okay.
He's waiting for the steps. He's hearing them. They know they're going to try and open that door, and that's when he fires away. It's so beautiful, Tom.
Yeah. Also, with the push-up of Derke on the other side of the map, they can gamble here. They can have that full rotation. Another spam.
Do it again. Do the roar.
Ooh.
Do the roar.
He's on him.
You got 60 bullets, Boaster. Shoot some of them. Yes, no! It was so close. It was so close.
We talk about the crowd sometimes giving things away. I almost feel like it's a good thing. It's just too much. Like, you're not going to be able to do anything to stop this man. The Prowler will force him back. But he also has his ult. He also has a paint shell. And they've got 14 seconds. They're screwed.
Okay, it's going to be a little awkward for Derke. Having to go down to the classic.
He had a classic as well. Sorry,
everything else.
He's got an operator. He's got a showstopper. He's got a paint shell. Oh, sorry. He's also got classic, guys. Sorry, I didn't think.
We're back on board with Boaster. He's spraying away. He's making noise. He's firing back. He sees the tracers. He knows. Oh, this is so beautiful. So much damage can be done here. It can't get close to the button. He'll give it up, though. He'll concede the space. He's not too greedy. That's what I love about Boaster. Resetting his stars as well.
I think they did. Back. They managed to jump, strafe, press the button, so he decided to fade away.
Just about. But even then, they're too scared to push into it. Aware that Boaster might just be there, ready to spam, ready to spray, ready to win the game today. We'll see if he can close this one out as they've got them boxed in. The push through C has completely isolated this angle. There's only one spot these players can be in. Boaster firing in to do damage as they make their way in, but he will play the retake. Again, confident in this early flank that they've got on, and Laz has to shut this down. The Nanos pushed him out a little bit, not wide enough. Yatsuka's fallen, and there goes Laz. The Odin's still alive on the site, still spraying away. Trying to suppress the sound, maybe for Chronicle. Certainly hiroronn didn't know there were players that close. Good trade from Alpha, leaving just yuran. The last man standing, and stand he will not for much longer. The defuse confirms it. FNATIC, they're going through 13-5, looking beautiful. I mean, it was a